Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. We are currently in the kitchen right now because I have to move all of this recording equipment back upstairs, and this is as far as I have made it. So hi, welcome to the kitchen. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. I also didn't want to go too far because I have a pork butt in the smoker right now. So if I start to look sweaty and disheveled as this video goes on, just know that it is like 115 degrees outside here in Texas. That's like the real feel. I saw an update over on TikTok that parts of Texas as well as some other places in the world are going to be 99% hotter than anywhere else on the planet within a few days. That is crazy to me. So let's just get into the drama because I have to give a continuation of the last video that I did. You know, I was telling you guys about how Shein had this brand trip where they brought a bunch of influencers over to China. They toured the manufacturing facility, which I find so comical that these influencers would actually believe that's where Shein is making their stuff. That's literally like their innovation thing that they literally just give tours of. There was literally a tour guide. Now, as I said, there were multiple influencers on this trip. However, one of them is being singled out online more so than anyone. The influencer that I am referring to is It's Danny DMC. She was the one that uploaded her video first and really spouted off the propaganda that Shein was telling them, like just the misinformation the United States gets about Shein, all these rumors just spreading. And she literally called herself an investigative journalist, and she was like, I was asking all of our questions. Girl, do you really think a shady ass company like Shein is gonna take you over to China and show you the real places, the places that they have literally been called out for numerous times? Articles have been written, documentation has been provided, photos have been provided. Like, girl, this is such a miss. And I told you guys in my last video, It's Danny DMC, there's something about her, I don't know, this could be mean, people can think that I'm just being, oh, he's so rude. Okay, that's fine. She just comes off as very untrustworthy. Well, it turns out that I am right. It's Danny DMC is a very shady individual. So just as a little refresher, here's the original clip that she's getting called out for.
Shein hosted an influencers trip at their factory in China, and it's the biggest load of propaganda crap.
Excited and impressed to see the working conditions. The next day, we headed to the Shein Innovation Center. This facility blew my mind. It's over 600,000 square feet. There's so much technology, and Shein is just such a developed and complex company, and it was so beautiful to see firsthand. I was able to interview a woman that worked in the fabric cutting department, and you guys know me, she's an investigative journalist, so I asked her all of our questions, and she answered them honestly and authentically. She was very surprised at all the rumors that have been spread in the US.
I'm sorry, did this influencer just say the rumors? The fact that the garment workers are forced to work 17-hour days and their docked pay if the garment is imperfect a vicious rumor? It gets worse.
I think my biggest takeaway from this trip is to be an independent thinker, get the facts and see it with your own two eyes. There's a narrative fed to us in the US, and I'm one that always likes to be open-minded and seek the truth, so I'm grateful for that about myself, and I hope the same for you.
Just ignoring for a second the fact that this influencer's obviously been paid to say these things. I feel as if though she's almost gaslighting the viewer, because ultimately she's saying if you believe this narrative, these rumours, then you're not an independent thinker, you're just believing the rumours. It really grinds my gears, but she clearly made a bag, so.
Okay, so I've taken the pork butt off of the smoker. You can see it sitting back over there. So I'm letting it cool down before I actually shred it, but It's Danny DMC. After that video clip got a lot of traction, people were responding to it. Like numerous people were stitching her and just calling her out like, girl, morals, where are they?
I'm impressed to see the working conditions. The next day, we headed to the Shein Innovation Center. This facility blew.
Influencers, let this be the year that we realize that most brands need us more than we need them. If you're not familiar with what's going on, definitely go back and watch the Stitch video, and also maybe even watch the creator who's actually on the Shein brand trip video. But basically, Shein is hosting a influencer brand trip right now, and they've invited some of the larger creators here on TikTok to go and tour their facilities, talk to their workers, and just kind of see what, you know, the brand is all about behind the scenes. If you're not aware, Shein hasn't necessarily been getting the best press in the last couple of years. I want to say it was maybe a year and a half ago that an article was released where investigative journalists and different, I think it was like scientists, even were able to see that certain Shein clothing had lead pollution, bodily fluids, just all kinds of disgusting things that people wouldn't want from a brand that they're purchasing their clothing from. Aside from that, it's been rumored for years that their workers are working under less than great working conditions. So now these creators are on this brand trip, and they're basically brought to this innovation center that looks incredible. The workers are super happy. Workers are sharing that they get to take naps after lunch. And basically what it looks like is this is a PR stunt for Shein. It's interesting that after all the negative press came out about Shein, Shein never actually, as a brand, provided a statement or any type of defense saying that this is not what we stand for. We've never heard that from Shein. But what they've decided to do is put their efforts into influencers instead of handling their own PR crisis. So now the influencers are being PR crisis managers, which is not the role of an influencer. And so I think that we as influencers need to be a little bit more discerning when brand collaborations come through, brand trips come through. You do not need to say yes to all of them, especially a brand that is already in deep water, because what they're looking to do is use your brand credibility to build theirs back up. Be careful in this season of brand callouts and brand accountability to not be used as an influencer with a quick trip or a quick brand deal or a quick check. I don't even think these influencers probably got paid for this, but they're now using their brand credibility to help Shein gain theirs again without them having to hold any of the responsibility or answer the hard questions that people have been asking for the past 2 years. So just a quick reminder that every brand trip isn't worth it and every brand check isn't worth it. Make sure that you are making a decision that is in alignment with your brand credibility and wouldn't have your community feeling like you sold out.
You guys are probably hearing Yogi with his water bowl over here. You guys ever notice that what, like a dog, like they'll just be like totally like quiet, like calm, not doing anything. The moment you start doing something that requires silence, they just want to make all the noise. That's like going to sleep at night. You know, when you're like laying in bed and your dog is laying in the bed with you and all of a sudden you start hearing like, because they're licking their paw. Oh my God. And it's always at like 5 o'clock in the morning when you're like in the good sleep. Honestly, I'm wondering if this is Danny's first drama on social media, because she is not handling it. She's handling it like a rookie, to be completely honest. She thought that the best method to deal with getting called out for her Shein video and people stitching it and all that was to just delete it and hope that it goes away, but it's never going to go away like that. Somebody commented under one of her most recent videos and said, "Did you have to refund Shein because you deleted the video?" And this is the moment that confirmed in my mind that Danny DMC is a shady influencer. She commented back to that person. She said, "Deleted what vid?" Girl, the Shein one. The one that was, she asked, "Did you refund Shein because you went on that brand trip?" Now, a lot of these influencers are claiming that Shein did not pay them to go over to China and say these things. Girl, they bought you with a trip. They bought you with a plane ticket. They bought you with accommodations. They bought you with probably a shopping spree, because I saw over on your Instagram story, because you have up the full thing from China. You were walking into the airport. You said you felt like a celebrity because they were standing there with a sign. That is nice though, when you go to an airport and you have a car service and you don't have to wait for like a taxi, especially in New York City. Oh my God, I haven't been there in so long. Like, do they allow Ubers to pick people up at the JFK, LGA, Newark airport? Because I remember back in the day, bitch, they did not allow Ubers to pick you up at the airport. You'd have to walk down the road and meet them if you wanted to. Girl, I was always in that line for that taxi. Like, okay, ain't gonna catch me walking off airport property to try to meet an Uber on the side of a highway. Hell no. So after Jenny commented deleted what vid, somebody responded and said, "The tour of the Shein factory. They took you on a Dennis Rodman-esque propaganda trip and you believed it." You guys remember Dennis Rodman? He went over to North Korea and then came back and told everyone that Kim Jong-un was like an amazing person. Crazy. Another person commented and said, "Maybe if you keep acting dumb, we'll forget." Another said, "Why are you a liar? Why are you a liar? It's Danny DMC. And why did you think that just deleting the video would make people stop talking about it?" That's like so crazy to me. I've actually seen the video more since she has deleted it. That's like so crazy to me. Another person said, "Oh, and your fake ass apology, did your manager say delete it because you made no sense?" There is a video that they're talking about where she tried to explain everything about Shein. She still wanted to like promote the propaganda that she was sold.
What's up, you guys? Today we're going to talk about Shein. All the tea, debunking some rumors, and everything you guys wanted to know from my brand trip. So like I told you before, Shein is the first brand to ever take me on a brand trip. And it kind of came out of the blue, but like I talked about in a bunch of my TikToks, I asked all the right questions and I got invited to this dinner that the heads of Shein were at, and I got so much good information and I want to share it with you guys so that we can be on the same page. And that way you guys understand what made me work with Shein and why I feel confident in doing so. So I went to this amazing event, I heard from the higher ups, and I took a bunch of notes, so I'm gonna be looking behind me because I wanna make sure I get everything right. But honestly, to get all this info, go to my YouTube video. I'm doing a long version of this so I can tell you all the tea. So I'm just now making this video because I was in works with talking to Shein about how I can bring information from the brand to the consumer and how I can help them with debunking a lot of these rumors. We've come together, signed a contract, I signed a deal with them, and they have come all the way correct. So that's the first thing I want to note, is that they take care of their creators, and especially as a plus size creator, I am about 60% of the time underpaid, and they have definitely not underpaid me and taken great care of me. So when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to an ethical code of conduct, From my understanding, Shein is doing everything they possibly can. So basically, a breakdown of the company and how they work. They branch out to manufacturers to create their clothing outside of Shein. Now, these manufacturers have to apply by a code of conduct that aligns with the international labor laws. So it's not even Shein's laws, but it's the international labor laws. So within this code of conduct, they cannot have improper labor practices. They have to have responsible manufacturing, civic rights, and worker safety at all times. If they don't, they get cut off immediately and they can no longer manufacture for Shein. You gots to go. Shein conducts thousands of audits. So basically they are constantly auditing these manufacturers to make sure that they are up to code with all of the code of conduct and the international laws. I believe last year they said they did around 2,800 audits alone. So some other things I gathered was Shein's goal is to make low cost affordable clothing. It gives the ability for all people to partake in fashion, which I think is so important. Not only affordability, but size inclusivity. They go up to a 4X, which a lot of fast fashion brands don't. They also have fabrics that are ethically made. They have a ton of recycled fabrics. If you look at their carbon footprint, they also have a very low carbon footprint compared to many fast fashion brands. Their goal is to have wasteless production. They want to produce very small amounts, so they only produce what is needed, not more than that. It allows them to have an efficient business, but keeps the material waste and the environmental impact down. So I feel super confident working with Shein. This is a new playlist I'm creating called Shein 101, and I will be talking to you guys about Shein, my thoughts on them, what I'm doing with them, exciting things we have coming up, and most importantly, showing you the fashion, baby.
You know what? It's Danny DMC. She came in clutch for Shein because she spouted off that propaganda that they handed to her like a chef's kiss. Another person said, we ain't gonna forget you toured a Shein factory. The video is everywhere anyway. It is everywhere, Danny. So I don't understand why you're trying to remove it and then just try to act like you don't know what people are talking about. You honestly should just sit down and address the situation. Maybe there's a contract still with Shein. I don't know. She did say that this is the first company that has offered to fly her out and take her on a brand trip. So I'm not knocking her for the sense that she was excited and she wanted to go on a brand trip and build a relationship with a company so she can further her career. However, in my opinion, when you are taking a brand deal, you need to make sure that that is something that you actually use, something that you actually like, something that is not with a shitty company that's going to tarnish your own reputation. Because at the end of the day, all you have is the trust of your audience. The moment that you're going to lose the trust of your audience, girl, pack it up. Pack it up. Something that I did see under Danny's comments is people were claiming that the company that actually booked this for Danny, she has a talent management company, they released some kind of statement. Now I went over to their social media and I didn't see it. So I don't know if they dropped something and then deleted it because they were getting backlash. You know what makes this even like worse for me is the fact that Danny in her original video where she was talking about everything, she was like, and they have paid me very, very well. Girl, you're now letting people know that for a large amount of money, you're just gonna say whatever the company wants you to say. That's not who I'm gonna be looking to when I'm going out to buy some products and I want to get influenced by something. There are many beauty influencers out there that I definitely do not think are trustworthy. And it's just, it baffles me how like so many people can like see them lie time and time and time again. Literally, let's talk about Michaela with the whole mascara thing. Lied to her entire audience's face about a telescopic mascara, making it sell out everywhere, which they had a very high amount of returns after that whole ordeal because some people loved it, some people hated it. I've heard it's actually like a really good mascara. That was one of the talking points. Like, you didn't need to do this. You did not need to put the fake eyelash on. You literally could have just done your eyelashes and people still would have ran out and bought it because it looked like a nice mascara. After that situation, I saw a lot of people commenting underneath Michaela's video and other videos about Michaela saying that they could no longer trust her. One final thing about Danny, and yes, to the person in the comment section right now, I am going to nitpick. I know somebody complained in my last video that I was nitpicking every little thing about Jaclyn. I was just being so mean to her. And also there's so much more to Jaclyn Hill's life than what she shows on the internet. So does Jaclyn just choose to show all the shitty things? Does she choose to show the failed launches, the moldy palettes, the shipping issues, the poor shade ranges? Did she choose to show everyone those lipsticks that were literally contaminated? She can lie about it all she wants on social media. They were. I still don't remember. Were those all recalled? Did they take care of that? Or was it just like, we're going to give everybody their money back and you can keep the lipsticks? Girl, I saw some people in Jaclyn Hill's comment section. They literally said that they still use those original lipsticks. Girl, you're scrubbing your lips off. Don't suck on a sour candy and definitely don't drink anything that has lemon in it because dear God. Their comment went on to say basically, as a society, we need to be doing better and not trashing people and tearing them down and talking about every little thing that they do on the fucking internet. Look here, bitch. Why don't you lead by example, okay? Because you are literally coming to a drama video. You searched out this video about somebody that you watch just to comment that people need to be doing better things with their time. Why don't you? Why aren't you doing better things with your time? And can I just say, I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me on this or not. I have been enjoying talking about the petty side of drama again, instead of all these allegations, accusations, literal crimes. I honestly don't understand when people come to my videos and say, you need to talk about these allegations, you need to talk about this crime, you need to talk about these people doing this thing with the minors. And I'm like, you want me, someone who, when I come on camera, I am extremely elevated, you guys. I'm maybe not as elevated right now, but I'm normally very elevated. That just seems like that would be a very irresponsible thing to do, considering when I am stoned, I literally giggle and I laugh. Heaven forbid I have an awkward laugh at a situation and people think that I was being serious. No, not for me. There are many channels out here that literally dedicate their time to research and putting everything together for you so you can have it all in one video. You can have it over a few videos. And I honestly hope that you find those people on YouTube and you support them and you subscribe and you are engaging under all their videos, because that's not what this is. We like to get baked and we like to talk some shit. Getting back to Dani real quick, because this honestly doesn't even have like anything to do with her other than it's just the video clip that was on her Instagram story of when she was walking through the airport. She was walking with, I guess, maybe her boyfriend, husband, not exactly sure who that was to her, and some other people, and they all had Shein luggage. I just know throughout this video, there are going to be people down in the comment section like, you're not saying the name correctly. I think I've called it Shein this whole entire thing. I just said Shein. Well, they were all walking with this luggage from Shein, and I zoomed in on it and I was just like, I don't know. It looks kind of cheap. Like, I've heard like some of the quality of things that come from Shein, since it's so like mass produced and all that, it's complete shit. It's gonna break down within like 2-3 washes if you get that out of it. That's just what I've heard. That's what people all over TikTok are saying. But if those bags are the same quality as the clothes that people are trashing all over social media and on TikTok and all that kind of stuff, those wheels are gonna pop off. Girl, you have a roller bag now, but after a few good trips, ooh. And moving on from that, we need to talk about James Charles real quick, because people think that he is trying to insert himself into some drama. No, not the Colleen drama, because James has still not discussed anything that has to do with that. I saw another comment from somebody that was like, why do you expect all these people to speak out against their friend? Well, because they spoke out in support of her the first time that Adam McIntyre called her out for the bullshit, and she skated on past it. And she pulled a James Charles and she Uno reversed and pulled the wool over everybody's eyes and turned them against Adam McIntyre. So I think that the people that defended her back then and said she's a great person, yeah, I'm sorry, I do think that they should speak out now as well. I don't think that's such a crazy idea. Let me know down in the comment section. But James Charles was over on TikTok, and we remembered like the 2018, 2019 James Charles. All we heard was about that pinkety drinkety, stick it in your stinkety pinkety. Well, James said that he was over at a store and something just caught him out the corner of his eye, and he turned and he looked and he noticed that Starbucks is now selling a bottled version of their pink drink. Now, James Charles made a TikTok about this and he said like, where's the check, Starbucks? Because I popularized this, blah, 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 blah.
I found it. I finally found the Starbucks pinkety drinkety. Oh my God, I've been looking for this for literally months now at my grocery store, but it's been sold out every single time that I was there until this morning. I was walking down the aisle. This literally caught the corner of my eye, screaming, sister, up at me from the shelf. Starbucks recently decided to bottle their pinkety drinkety and now sell it in grocery stores all across America. Where's my check? That's what I want to know. Where is my check? I want the royalties on this. A lot of you bitches don't like me, and that's okay, but I know every single one of you in 2018 went to Starbucks and ordered a pinkety drinkety because of me. Because of me. This used to be on their secret menu, but when I started talking about this, they became so popular that they officially got added to the real Starbucks menu, and now it is still, to this day, one of the most popular drinks that they sell. And I get nothing! Literally nothing! Not a single cent! They sent me a DM in 2018 thanking me for making it super viral, and were like, oh my God, we should talk. I obviously wrote back being like, love you guys, let's do a commercial, let's do a campaign, let's do like a whole branded thing. Fully left me unread, and a week later, they unsent their original DM admitting that it was all my idea, and thanks to me that it became a thing. I should sue. Oh, honestly, I stopped drinking this a very long time ago because it was giving me explosive diarrhea and making me fart nonstop. So anyway, let's try it out, shall we? Cheers to millions of dollars down the drain. Yep, it tastes exactly like a pink drink. I hate that it's good.
James Charles was met with a lot of criticism because he said that, because it turns out James Charles was not the one that put that on the map as he claimed that he did, but it was none other than Lady Gaga.
America, where's my check? That's what I want to know. Where is my check? I want the royal.
This literally makes me so mad. Excuse me that I look like a mess right now, but I was working at Starbucks in 2016, 2017, when the pink drink was actually put on the menu, and it was put on the menu by Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga and Starbucks came together and they decided that 10% of the proceeds sold by the pink drink and the violet drink would be given to the Born This Way Foundation. So no, you did not make it popular, and no, you did not put it on the menu because Lady Gaga put it on the menu. And in his little video, he talks about how Starbucks sent him a message and then later deleted it. That's probably because they realized, oh shit, actually, a couple years ago, Lady Gaga put this on the menu. So shut the fuck up, James Charles. Shut up.
Those are some groups that you do not want to mess with, because those stands, they go hard and they will go at you every single day. Like the dedication that these people have for their favorite celebrities. It has to be some kind of like parasocial relationship type of thing. Like with Taylor Swift, you know how Taylor Swift used to be on Tumblr and all that, and the fans were like, we're so close, we're so connected. I think it's a little creepy, to be honest, because while the artist is like, yeah, I love like talking to my supporters and my fans and all that, and they want to be nice, I think that some of those people take it as if they're like really friends with those people in real life, and they will fight tooth and nail. They will rip your last eyelash out if you had one.
Okay, I have many issues with this. The first one being, girl, calm down. Yes, in 2018, you were openly promoting this pink drink. But no, honey. You are not the one who brought this to our attention. Lady Gaga, the queen that she is, brought this drink with the whole Born This Way line. Because it was one of 4 drinks that she came out with to really help, I think, Tennessee win to anti-bullying and like other campaigns. But no, James Charles, you did not create the pink drink. Don't do that. Also, this is very entitled of you. How you gonna say, give me money? No, that's not how this works. If that's the case, Life Water owes me a check. Girl.
So there was this one video of James getting called out for this that went kind of viral, and James saw it and he commented on it and he said, I never said I invented it. I didn't. I said in my video it was a secret menu drink. It wasn't on actual in-store menus until I popularized it. Well, girl, the Little Monsters did not agree with that statement, because somebody responded to him and said, you also texted minors, so maybe you should go to jail first. Another person said, you're a predator. Oh my God. I'm sorry. The comment sections are just great. Like if you ever see Nikki Phillippi in a comment section, please just click on her comment and just look at what people are saying to her, because they are not letting her forget about what her and that husband did to their dog. They're also not letting her and that husband forget the fact that they decided they were going to attempt to adopt a baby from China. And then when they found out they couldn't put it on social media, they were like, we're just going to cancel the adoption. You're shitty people. Well, let me finish that comment. Someone said, you're a predator. Focus on not talking to minors and staying out of jail, not a barista telling you reality. Touche. And moving on from that, we have to talk about Meredith Duxbury right now, because she is getting called out once again. Now, we remember we covered like a while ago, I don't remember how long ago it was, that Meredith Duxbury did that video for Jones Road Beauty. So people thought it was reverse marketing, like, hey, this person's going to trash this. People are going to feel bad for the brand. They're going to run out and buy it, which actually did happen. I saw a lot of people after the fact posting videos of like, Meredith said this was crap. People said that she wasn't using it correctly, so they did it themselves. It was hit or miss. It was honestly hit or miss. Like, I don't think that Meredith was really lying in that situation. Was it reverse marketing? I don't know, and we never will know. But people are thinking that Meredith Duxbury might be up to that old trick, if that is what she did, because she uploaded this video for these new MAC like lip products. She rolled the product up way too much, so when she put it on her lip, it broke and like went everywhere. And as I was sitting there watching Meredith's video, I was thinking to myself, and I actually looked over to Dustin and I was like, can you please watch this video and tell me if I'm just like crazy and thinking this? It seemed like Meredith did not really like the product, but she didn't want to bash it in any way. Now, I don't know if that's because she wants a sponsorship. She doesn't want to tarnish a relationship that comes with MAC.
A black lip gloss? This is the MAC Squirt Plumping Gloss. We're gonna try it out just for fun. Okay, here we go. They also have a blue color, a red color, and an orange. Oh my God, I literally broke it. That's what I get for pushing it up so high to show you guys the color. This is pretty cool. It's like an edgy gloss. I could see myself pairing this with a lot of different kinds of lipsticks. But even on its own, it's a slay. I mean, we literally have blue, we have green, we have red, we have pink, purple. You guys, should I try these out?
Somebody commented, you can tell she doesn't really like it, to which Meredith responded and said, I actually do like it, LMAO. And another person responded underneath Meredith and said, it did seem like she didn't. Another person said, finally someone who saw it too. I got so much hate for this opinion. Let's just read a few more of these comments, because Meredith did respond to a few of them. Someone said, point of view when you got paid. She said that she got 0 for this. Another person said, the way you can see that she hates it. Well, it did not just stop there, because a few short days later, after getting called out for that, Meredith uploaded a second video trying a second shade. I believe this one was orange. She had the same mistake. She literally broke the item as she was putting it on.
Time to try the orange squirt gloss. I broke the last one, so we're not gonna do that this time. Why do I do this every time? Every time. Like, I literally press it up way too hard. Oh my God. Only a few clicks. Look at how pretty. Try it with a liner now. Whoa. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this lip. What color should I try next?
So in my opinion, if the product is just breaking, I would imagine that somebody like Meredith Duxbury is very experienced when it comes to makeup, and she would know how to properly open it, especially a second time around when you already had the mishap the first time. So people are questioning underneath the second video if she's trying to somehow like sabotage MAC. Someone said, are you trying to sabotage MAC? This is the second video you showed low quality lipsticks breaking easily. And Meredith responded and said, not low quality at all. I am just very heavy handed and underestimate how hard I press down. Well, so here's my thought on that. Meredith Duxbury has full control of these videos. So if you broke it the first time, okay, whoopsie, like let your audience know I was too heavy handed. And when you come back for a second video, don't make that mistake. If it breaks like that, maybe use a different shade and try going like really light so nothing happens to it. But you don't show a break again unless you're going to tell everyone like maybe these aren't going to be the product for you. Maybe this was a miss for MAC, because the fact that you're still saying that you actually loved it, but two of them have broke like that, I'm going to be honest, that's a little shady to me. You can think it looks pretty on your lips after the fact, but don't sit there and tell people you loved it as you actively showed it breaking twice. Another person commented back to Meredith and said, well, you do a lot of editing normally. When introducing a new product, if you break it for the second time, publishing like that seems intentional. I mean, it does seem intentional. Meredith Duxbury has full control over what she posts on her social media. Maybe they give her some talking points and that's the only thing that's going to be scripted in that sense. But the fact that there are so many other shades of this MAC lip gloss and you decided to show it twice breaking in that manner, if a product is breaking like that, heavy-handed or not, it's not the product for you. It's not. It's easy to say that that was just a miss for MAC. Maybe they need to put it in some other kind of container, maybe a little pot, maybe put it in like a little pot and you can just take it with like a little lip brush or something. I don't know, but I just imagine that so many people are going to be running out to buy these MAC things because I've seen many other people talking about them on TikTok with them breaking, mind you, and they're going to have a shit ton of returns. Someone responded and said, could easily be to show others what not to do with the gloss sticks. There's plenty of people that easily damage their lipsticks, etc. because of this. That is so crazy to me that people need to like what not to do with the pressure of applying a lip product. A bullet of lipstick, if you actually look at that, it looks like it's delicate. It looks like it could melt. It looks like if you hit it the wrong way, it's gonna break. Maybe not Jacqueline's because those are like literal landfill. Well, they had the landfill inside of them. I'm sorry. I don't know. You guys are going to let me know down below. Do you think that Meredith is not telling the truth when it comes to these MAC lip glosses? Meredith is saying that she loves these items, even though the two that she tried on camera literally broke on her lips. I don't know how you could, I honestly don't know how you could tell people that you loved a product like that if you are having trouble applying it. That's like part of the experience. I can't. And with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave. No. Could you imagine if I just left? Please leave. No, please leave. Let me look around the kitchen. Leave a bread emoji down below. I don't feel like we've done that one before. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.